What's up, guys? Crypto Hedge here with a quick update. Very important update, to say the least. So basically, we're seeing rallying going on right now with Bitcoin. It's looking pretty sharp. We've seen massive surges just in the past 24 hours. So that's something to look at. It's been pretty crazy because it's pretty certain that VIP 91 is going to lock in. And now with that happening, there's going to be more promise. There's going to be more money flowing into Bitcoin, rising its prices. So I do believe we could see a much higher Bitcoin price. It could be around, it could hit 3,000. It's breaking barriers right now, guys. As you guys can see, it's blowing up. You can see there's just such a thin candlestick, very long, short period of time. Next barrier is going to be 2781. It's easily going to break that. Seriously, it's looking really sharp. So that's a good thing. If you're going to get into Bitcoin, would now be a good time to get in, or a good time to get into cryptocurrencies entirely? Yeah, right now it's looking pretty promising. It's looking pretty sharp. There's just more of a better chance of the BIP 91 locking in. It's really soon. If you look at this, it's looking fantastic. So that's really good stuff for Bitcoin. We're seeing all the altcoins pump up as well, but I really want to get to Litecoin because there's some serious things that we need to talk about. If you are holding Litecoin for the dollar cost average, you're fine. You should not be worried. I still have all of my Litecoin, and I'm not second guessing it at all. But if you are concerned about the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio, basing that off its value, we have a double top reversal going on right now. We can see it dropping down. It dropped down a little bit and could have been another pump, but now that we're seeing Bitcoin do really well, we can see that people that put their Bitcoin into Litecoin temporarily because of its stability during Bitcoin's crash, now they're just moving their Bitcoin back, their Litecoin back into Bitcoin, which is why we're seeing the ratio go down for the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio. So that's not good news if you're holding strictly because you want the value of Bitcoin to go up in accordance to Litecoin. I personally hold Litecoin for the US dollar ratio. I'm not too concerned about the Bitcoin ratio. I'm more concerned about the US dollar ratio. But having both doing really well is a really good thing. But am I worried about Litecoin in any way? Not at all. But if you are going to be the person that's going to get into Bitcoin, or you want to get into Bitcoin, and to get into Bitcoin, and my personal opinion is, yes, it is a good time to get into Bitcoin because we're seeing a lot of promise right now, and people are becoming less fearful. So we've been seeing just massive surges in a very short period of time. It's looking very promising. So I did buy Bitcoin. I got some Bitcoin with fiat, not with my Litecoin. I still have my Litecoin. It's not going anywhere. But I know that we're going to be seeing some good growth personally. So it would be a good, profit-taking time. We're not going to see Bitcoin go up forever, though. That's the thing. This is just less of a chance of a hard fork happening, but there's still a lot of manipulation in the markets. We still have a lot of people that are going to be dropping their Bitcoin and taking profits. Bitcoin is not always going to just shoot up off to the moon. We are just seeing, massive volume and a massive influx of money going into Bitcoin. But a lot of the people that bought down here are going to happily be selling up here, more so the big whales. So it's not going to go forever, but it is looking really good right now. My altcoins are doing fantastic. Litecoin has gone up a little bit and primarily is staying stable. So that is really what Litecoin is. It's the stable currency, and we see pumps with Litecoin, and then we don't see as much as a bottom with Litecoin in the future. So as you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum is a better example. Ethereum shot up really fast and it dumped down really quick. Litecoin has been one of those coins that has just been stable through the ride. Nothing extremely insane going on with price drops or price rises, but we're going to see price rise 100%. I have my faith almost entirely in Litecoin, still, always have, and always will. at this specific time. But Bitcoin's looking fantastic. So if you're going to get into Bitcoin, you can do some profit taking. You still have some profits, I think, for the run. So this is good news. And you can see Litecoin is stable. It didn't break $45 today. You can look right here. Next stop, we got to break through $45.81. I do believe it actually did go to $45 today. But next stop is $45.81. We need to break that barrier, and we're just going to keep breaking barriers as Bitcoin goes up. A lot of people think that when Bitcoin is going up, now that it dumped, is that Litecoin is going to, start going down. That's really not the case. Maybe for the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio, but not so with the dollar cost average. So that's good news. And I personally, like I said, I'm holding Litecoin for the dollar value. I'm not holding it for the Bitcoin value. But if you're someone that's going to get into Bitcoin, absolutely, it's looking quite well. We're getting promise right now. We're getting the BIP getting locked in. It's just looking fantastic. So this is totally up to your own decision. Like I said, I got some Bitcoin and I picked up a few more altcoins before they start moving to the moon. But like I said in my last videos, there's a lot of manipulation in these markets, and this could be manipulation to a specific extent. So just be wary. Right now in the times we're in, it's best to be updating yourself and looking at the charts and the volume and everything on a constant basis, just because of the manipulation we're seeing. We're seeing the big whales control the cryptocurrencies, and for the most part, it's very hard to solely predict things, simply because of the manipulation we're seeing. So we could see Bitcoin go up, but that does not mean it's going to go up forever. We could see another drop. We could see just the same manipulation we've been seeing in the past happen. But as of right now, you're still good for profit taking, and you can buy now and raise your stop sell orders, independent on if it starts going down. So you can still get some profits, but still loving the light. And I really want you guys to be aware of this. This is big stuff with Litecoin to BTC. This is serious stuff. We saw it go up during one of the biggest parts of the Bitcoin crash. And now the BTC ratio is going down, and we're seeing, this is a good support level right around here, pretty much right here. So we could see another backlash and another uptrend movement, but it's looking more so that we are going to either stabilize and move sideways, or we are going to potentially keep going down if Bitcoin starts surging. And this is only the LTC BTC average. So that's something to look out for. Like I said, I'm still into the light because of the US dollar. So that's big stuff to come. These are some important times. It's the 20th of July right now. We are just seeing some crazy stuff right now in the crypto markets. And you can even see for yourself, LTC BTC is going down, and the US dollar average is going up for Litecoin, which is good stuff, just like Litecoin has always been. So during Litecoin's fall and during not Litecoin's fall, during Bitcoin's fall, we saw stability, and during Bitcoin's surge, we're still seeing stability. So it's good stuff to hold on to. That's a good thing. But like I said, if you are someone that in the end wants to get into Bitcoin, it'd be better to get into Bitcoin now rather than waiting, because the average is going to pretty much go down. So BTC, LTC value is going to go down, which means you're going to be able to buy less BTC with Litecoin if you were to do that exchange. So just to keep that in mind. My end game is to hold on to my Litecoin. I plan on holding it for a very long time. I believe we're going to be seeing some surges definitely in the near future. None of that is, I'm not doubting any of that at all. So it's something to keep an eye out for. And like I said, I had people talking about Chaincoin. I had people talking about Chaincoin to me. We're seeing massive dump-offs with Chaincoin. It's kind of sad to see. We're seeing some reviving going on, but it's not looking good. I never got into Chaincoin. Stratus has been blowing up. I told you I bought Stratus a couple days ago. NEM has been blowing up. Got Ant shares blowing up. It was $5 the other day. Fantastic stuff. Steam's been blowing up. I bought it around $1. Lisk, it's $1.92. It's been going up, not as much as some of the others. NXT's been blowing up pretty well, pretty strong during the Bitcoin fall. So I need to look into NXT. I'll probably talk about that in my next video. Because I've been tracking the charts for NXT the past week, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I need to really look at the developers and what they have in stores. Syscoin's looking. Coin that's been around for a while. We do have a lot of coins that are relatively new in the top charts right now that don't deserve to be there. Probably won't be there in the future. So keep that in mind. Make sure you do your research on your altcoins if you're going to be investing in altcoins. Verge is also starting to rise significantly as well. I don't know where Verge is on this chart. I want to get over to Verge. Some very good pumping too. So I hold all those altcoins as of right now. And a lot of it's solely based off of Bitcoin. You see the market cap has surged. It's at $93 billion. More so, a lot of it is due in part because of Bitcoin. So Litecoin, we can see we still have stability. We see Ripple starting to dump off. And I don't know if you guys have already heard, Ethereum had another hack. The multi-sig wallet was hacked, which is not good news for Ethereum. So there's still fear and speculation. You haven't seen as much of a pump for Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum was down to $170 during Bitcoin's biggest low, and it has gone up to $227, but it's having a little bit of a hard time breaking some of these resistance simply because there's a lot of speculation, rumor, fear being grown on Ethereum now. So that's something to keep in mind. So we're seeing not as much stability in Ethereum, but as Bitcoin rises, we're going to see rises for the most part for almost any other cryptocurrency, and that is the dollar cost average, not the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio. If we look at that real quick, you're going to see quite the opposite. A lot of variations here. You can see that people that put their Bitcoin into alternative coins for the Bitcoin hard fork rumor and scare, the big fear on that, people were putting their Bitcoin into altcoins and also taking it out into fiat. So because they were doing that as a safe haven, now Bitcoin is showing promise. The BIP 91 is going to be locking in. So people are taking their altcoins and putting it back in Bitcoin. So that's why we're seeing this go down. So it's mostly just a little bit of a correction. But like I said, there's still, there's promise with Bitcoin right now. There's promise that there's not going to be a hard fork. This is just the first step. This is just the first step, guys. Like I said, there's a lot of manipulation in the markets. Manipulation is no, stranger to people that have been investing and trading cryptocurrencies throughout the years. So make sure you keep that in mind as well. Manipulation is huge. So we could see some. It's still a toss-up with Bitcoin, but we're seeing promise. So short term, we're going to see some gains. We're going to see some rallying going on. But if you have your altcoins and you're simply holding them because of the Bitcoin ratio, which honestly you shouldn't be doing, because in the end, Bitcoin is the biggest and best cryptocurrency there is out there. So if you're just holding it for the Bitcoin ratio, you think that the Bitcoin ratio is going to rise always with these altcoins. That's not the best reason. My reason for holding Litecoin and most of my altcoins is because of the US dollar average to the actual altcoins. So keep that in mind, guys. If you guys have any questions, throw it in the chat box. I just want to get you guys updated because this is big news. This is something to keep an eye out for. Simply if you are someone that is only in it for the Bitcoin and not for the Litecoin cost average to US dollars. So just keep in mind, man. Keep in mind. A lot of stuff right now. A lot of yeah, no, I'm still a Litecoin fanatic, guys. I know people are probably freaking out. People are freaking out because Bitcoin is surging, and a lot of it. I mean, you can just look, man. You got to look at this. You got to look at this. Yes, we're seeing promise. Yes, we're seeing BIP 91 get locked in. We're seeing a less probability of a hard fork happening. But look at this. This this is such a short period of time. We always know what goes up at a short period of time must come down. But Bitcoin still has room for profits, like I said. But this is more so whale action right here. This is big amounts of money, big amounts of money being pumped in a very short period of time, which is most likely going to be very few people that are making these pumps. You've got people buying in, smaller investors buying in as we see this pump, which they're going to basically, what I like to call, ride the wave. They're going to ride the wave up, these smaller investors, and then there's possibly going to be the sign of manipulation and another dump off. So there's still not a guarantee, there's not a promise, but there's less of a chance of the hard fork happening. So get that clear and simple. And if you're going to ride the wave, right now is a good time to ride a wave. Ride the wave, in my personal opinion. Make sure you guys make your decisions off of your own personal research and your own ideas and opinions. So that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing massive amounts of money being pumped in very short period of time, which shows that it's a very small amount of people that are buying in with these thick candlesticks. So still, like I said, there's a lot of people buying in because they're seeing this. We're seeing the promise with the BIP 91 lock-in enacting segregated witness. But these are the primary amount of people that are within this big surge are more so the people that have a lot of money that are doing this in a short period of time and pumping in loads of fiat or from their altcoins, exchanging them, and which is causing the uprise. But like I said, you can ride the wave, guys. You can ride the wave. But I still have all my Litecoin. I still stand by Litecoin. Nothing has changed with that. Yeah, Litecoin is fine. Thank you, Mills. Yeah, that is 110%. I still have all of my Litecoin. It is not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. My biggest thing, and even I've said in my past videos, is that Litecoin has been remaining stable and showing strength through Bitcoin and all of the altcoins' biggest fall. So that just shows you the amount of potential momentum Litecoin is carrying at this very moment. So even though the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio is down, that is nothing to be concerned about unless you're going to be someone that holds your primary investments in Bitcoin and have only put your Bitcoin into Litecoin for the time being when Bitcoin was falling. That is the most important thing for me to be saying to you guys. I still love Litecoin. Litecoin is my favorite coin simply because of the face, of development, the fact that it is way ahead of really any cryptocurrency. It's been around forever. It's shown strength during the biggest falls. It has some massive potential and growth to come. It's undervalued. The list goes on. The list is endless. You cannot think of Litecoin as just a fork to Bitcoin. That is not the case. That is not the case at all. Litecoin is its own entity. Charlie Lee is the creator of Litecoin. He has a huge reputation. And the fact that we have seen the strength with Litecoin during this big fall just shows how much of a boom is to come for Litecoin, even just the fact that it is undervalued. Yeah, we have atomic swaps. We have so much on the roadmap for Litecoin in a very short period of time. So we really need to just sit back, grab the popcorn, and watch what happens with Litecoin, because we're just seeing sideways movement. We're seeing some massive amounts of potential and stability, which just makes me that much more happy. But if, like I said, the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio is going down because we're seeing more promise with Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoin hater. I just told you guys that I did purchase Bitcoin even before. I'll show you guys when I purchased my Bitcoin. I can actually show you on the chart. I purchased it right here at around 25.78 is where I purchased it, and had been riding the wave since then. But I'm going to be watching these charts very closely because I really want to see whether or not it's going to dump off again so that I can take my profits and stop my losses. It's always good to take profits if you're going to be swing trading. And like I said, the uncertainty is still there. And I know someone in my last stream said Litecoin is going to zero. No way on earth. That was it kind of bothered me that someone said that. But, people are thinking that. People are seeing some small speculation that Litecoin can go down to zero. It's not going to happen, guys. It's just not going to happen. It's not. All all altcoins, period, exclamation point, are going to rise as Bitcoin rises to the US dollar value to the altcoin. Okay, so that's one thing to think of. So Bitcoin leads everything else. Bitcoin leads all of the other coins. So if Bitcoin's going up, should you be worried about Litecoin? Not even in the least, because we saw that even in the past, when Bitcoin went up, Litecoin was going up. When Bitcoin was going down, Litecoin was going down. But the best part about that is that when Bitcoin is going down and there's still the uncertainty, the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio rises, okay? Litecoin is probably, it is one of the best cryptocurrencies out there, my friends. It is not going to go to zero. It's not going to be, Ethereum just had huge hacks. Ethereum just had a multi-sig, a hack of a lot of money out of a wallet. A lot of people lost their money if they had it in that wallet. We had a hack just before that happened. So there's a lot of rumors going around Ethereum. There's a lot of doubt going around with Ethereum right now. So that's why we haven't seen massive gains with Ethereum. You look at that. Look at that. We haven't seen, you had Bitcoin over here blowing up, and Ethereum Ethereum out of any other coin, for most people's opinion, would be blowing up right along with Bitcoin and just surging up, But we have seen some crazy things in the Ethereum network lately, and it's causing a lot of doubt. People are getting out of Ethereum, trading it in for actually Bitcoin at the moment for fiat, and also putting it into Litecoin. So even though we haven't seen Litecoin blow up, we're seeing uptrend movement. It's really testing these resistance lines. We're seeing support levels starting to gain momentum and stability. So I really see some great things coming. But like I said, guys, we really have to watch this stuff closely. We really have to watch this closely because anything can happen. Yes, we have the promise with the Bitcoin right now, being locked in and enacting segregated witness. But we just got to keep an eye out, guys. We really do. Yeah, yes, our dress. That's not a chance. Not a chance in my mind or in this world that's going to happen. Because the fact that people are like, there's only one person. I've only seen one person say that Litecoin is going to zero, and that was just one comment from my last video. And that is just absolutely, insane. It's insane. But the fact that Litecoin has so many things in the roadmap, has so many things to come, and even roughly a short period of time as well. We have Charlie Lee, the biggest face of Litecoin and one of the biggest faces in the crypto community. There's nothing but promise right now, and the stability shows. So that's good stuff, guys. And if you have any questions, throw it in the chat box. I'd be happy to answer them. Bitcoin in the next couple of days, we can see some massive surging. We could see some massive surging, and right now, in my opinion, it's not too late of a time to get in. We are going to see a little bit of fluctuation, of course, which is something that always happens. But I think we can see Bitcoin going up, and you can buy in now and ride the wave for the time being. But make sure that you have your stop loss orders in just in case it starts going back down, and we have another rise of fear and speculation back on the runway. So we can, in the next couple of days, I think we could see some pretty good gains. I think we can see, and if this pattern stays, and we start seeing some continuous good moves with Bitcoin, we could see a breaking of the all-time high, and we can see an even higher all-time high by the end of the year, which is awesome. And like I said, Litecoin is still a great promise. It's a safe haven. It's something that is stable, and we're going to see some surges with Litecoin without a doubt. Yeah, in the long term, absolutely. Litecoin is a long-term investment. It always has been to me as a long-term investment. It's something that I would kind of look at as like a retirement account, a retirement coin. And that's in the sense because the fork of a Litecoin, the probability of that happening is very low. We've got Bitcoin having a lot of issues lately because of the slow transaction speeds, the high fees, and we're seeing that being taken care of. But we can see Litecoin has a lot of things in the roadmap, a lot of things to come. It's just, and if you want to look at it, if you want to look at Litecoin in the sense of a testing ground for Bitcoin, fine, you can look at it like that. But even if you look at it like that, you can just see that there's still promise. There's still things to come for Litecoin because it's developing and implementing things before Bitcoin has implemented them. So that's something to keep your eye on. But like I said, Litecoin is the place, in my personal opinion. I haven't sold any of my Litecoin. I don't plan on selling for a very, very long time. Very long time. So if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat box. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you guys for tuning in for this quick live stream. I do have a video that I'm going to be uploading that's not a live stream. I just really want to make this live stream now for small but big updates. I didn't want to hold off on this so that you guys can really, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I know you guys are out there listening to me and whatnot. And I want to thank you guys. I'm over 300 subscribers right now. I've only had my channel for like a month, and I'm over 16,000 views on my channel. So it's really awesome to see, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be updating you guys frequently, getting you guys up on the biggest news. So yeah, go Litecoin. I want to show you guys something funny. I'm going to show you guys something so funny. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. Hold on. This is going to be funny. Hold on, guys. I'm going to turn off the screen share real quick, and then I'll be like 5 seconds. But I'm going to show you guys something funny. It's a if you guys haven't seen Dollar Vigilante's last video, I like commented on the video, and the comment blew up, and it's like, it's so funny. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up right now. All right, here we go. This is funny. It's so funny. People see Litecoin. People see it. What is this? Why are we seeing? I want to show you guys the video. Hold on, guys. Right here. Look at my comment, guys. Oh, come on, load. Look at that. That's so funny. There's Crypto Hedge spreading the love for the light. Man, that is what I'm talking about right there. People see the light. People see the light, my friends. That's kind of funny to me. When people are like, Litecoin, yeah. I don't even know if half these people even like subscribe to my channel. Like, I'm just kind of like saying like Litecoin like is the place to be. So it's kind of funny. You guys haven't already? You guys have questions? Throw them in the chat box. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. Like this video. And yeah, that was definitely shameless promotion. Kind of clear and simple right there. But yeah, so that's my quick update. Definitely. And we can look at this real quick. Look, I mean, that's pretty. We already broke 45. I think that we're gonna be seeing some. Oh man, look. Oh man, that's crazy. So we're seeing some people hold on to their Litecoin, and they're raising their selling points for Litecoin, which is pretty cool. So, and like I said, this is something definitely to keep an eye out if you're going to be someone that trades into Bitcoin. We're going to see even a further of a drop. These are heavy drops in the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio. But yeah, it seems to me that we could see some stability coming for this, but as of right now, if you're going to be someone dependent on Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio, get into Bitcoin, ride the wave, and then if anything happens, put your stop loss orders in and just sell your Bitcoin if there's any bad moves happening, and get back into the light. But Litecoin USD, that is where it's at, guys. That is where it is at. Period, exclamation point. That is pretty much the only reason why I have Litecoin is for the US dollar average. That's why I have it. I don't have Litecoin to be switching it into Bitcoin down the road. I have Litecoin because I solely have Litecoin, period. So that's just, everyone has their own way of trading. Everyone has their own way of holding. Everyone has their own interest in certain cryptocurrencies. So if you're someone that just loves the Bitcoin, and like I said, I bought into Bitcoin. I'm riding the wave right now. Litecoin is a very safe, stable coin. Yeah, you can buy Litecoin with Canada's biggest exchange, and we also can buy Litecoin or trade Litecoin on the biggest exchange in Japan. Japan is relatively new to cryptocurrencies. They are moving more and more towards cryptocurrencies, and they're actually looking at cryptocurrencies as an actual source of value, an actual what's it called? Currency, like a real currency. So Japan is moving more and more towards cryptocurrencies. The fact that Litecoin is early in the game in Japan on the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in Japan is fantastic. It's just everything shows and moves towards Litecoin having just unbelievable potential, strength, and growth, period. Yeah, Japan seems to be nuts over a lot of the top coins right now, to be quite honest. And I wanted to say, Ant shares, guys. We've seen Ant shares. I bought it back in, and I bought quite a few around $5. Ant shares is at like $7, I believe, right now. Looking fantastic, guys. A lot of people are going to be getting some massive gains if they bought into these altcoins. Early on, we just saw a massive dump. And what's going to happen after that is we're just going to see a massive rise. So you were getting these things at an unbelievable discount. It was like almost like insane that we were getting it at this discount. But Ant shares at $7.15. I got some of these guys at $5, and my original investment was actually around $6. So I'm still profitable. We really hit that line, and I'm a holder. Even though I trade, I am more so honestly, when it comes to Litecoin and certain coins that I have a lot of faith in, I'm a holder in those. I'm an investor in those for long term. I want to be holding those for like 10 years out. Of course, I'm going to be watching them in the time being just to see, what's going on with them, the news, and check the charts. But, I really have a lot of faith in Stratus, guys. I really have quite a bit of faith in Ant shares right now. And, you guys already know this channel is basically all about my Litecoin right now. And it still is, even though I'm going to be talking about alternative coins and Bitcoin. The Lite is something I have the most faith in. Bitcoin is showing faith right now. Ripple, you guys already know where I stand about Ripple and Ethereum. Ethereum just had another crash. Period. Let that speak for itself, guys. Coffee drinker, I'm checking out your comment right now. Squishy melts fast like haters, futters, scammers. Coffee drinker, I don't really understand what that your comment is. I don't know if that's a question or. Yeah, I guess you can compare to cryptocurrencies the jelly beans, I guess. Yeah, Ash, I do see what you're saying. Ant shares is shown to be a beast. NEM, I had someone ask about NEM. NEM is looking fantastic. I wanted to say that I still haven't done enough research on NEM, but it's looking fantastic, guys. Just from the charts, I have to let you guys know that I did buy into NEM just recently before we saw more of a surge. But I'm not someone to be investing in something if I don't really know what its purpose is and its utilization is, and also what's on the roadmap. What can they provide? What can they add to the crypto space? So that's something that I really stick by. I don't really invest in something if I know that. But the only reason why I invested in NEM is because of the charts. Because of the charts, people. That's the only reason. Am I going to be holding NEM long term? No, I still have yet to do the research. I'm going to be doing that research very soon to see maybe we can see some massive growth. But NEM is showing pretty good right now. So I'm just going to ride the wave with NEM, which will most likely be a swing trade if I think that there's any such doubt with NEM. So don't buy in at NEM and forget about it. That's the only reason why I have it, is to ride the wave, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have any EOS. I haven't really looked into EOS. EOS has not grabbed my attention. XRP, we're seeing even more dump off with XRP right now. We're in a lot of my videos, I've said I really don't like Ripple, even though Ripple's like 2% of my portfolio. I'm just not a fan of it. It's the whole point of cryptocurrencies is the decentralization factor. The fact that the big banks aren't going to take over the crypto space. Ripple is primarily founded and based off of and supported by the big banks. They're trying to make it like a big bank currency. Ripple holds a lot of the Ripple coins or currency, if you will. They hold a lot of it in their inventory as developers. So at any point in time, if they wanted to drop the value of Ripple, they can. But more so, the reason why they have that and the reason why I believe that's just completely sketchy is because they can structure the price of Ripple. They can keep it stable, they can allow for it to go up in value, and they can dump the value as fast as they want it, which is why I do not trust Ripple. I do not have faith and trust in Ripple. It's more so a very minor investment for me. Ethereum has had 2 breaches of security just recently. There's a lot of speculation on Ethereum right now. There's a lot of doubt with Ethereum. So Ethereum, I still stand, I've been saying it all along on my thoughts with Ethereum, and you guys already know that. My followers know how I feel about Ethereum. Even though we can see a little bit of uptrending, we just had another breach of millions of dollars worth of Ethereum on a multi-sig wallet. We had a breach that happened before that, a bigger hack that happened. So we're seeing vulnerability right now, and it's not good. People like to feel safe, especially in the crypto space. Safety is key. There's so much volatility, there's so much fear and manipulation, and people want to be safe. A lot of people that are small investors, and it might be a lot of money, but a lot of people don't want to continue to trade cryptocurrencies. They just want to throw their money into it and leave it in there and just have the sense of peace that it's going to keep going up or be stable. And that's how I feel about Litecoin, guys. And I've been saying that all along. What do I think of Dash? I really haven't looked into Dash as much as I should have, honestly. We've seen it go up. It was around like $150 just a few days ago. We've seen it go up. But the one thing with Dash that makes me question, this is what's holding me back from getting into Dash, even though I might get in the future, but I'd rather get in at a higher price point, knowing that Dash has a purpose of utilization. As of right now, Dash is just Dash. Dash is just Dash. It doesn't really have a purpose or a sense of utilization, which is why I haven't gotten into it yet. Am I ever going to go get into it? There's a possibility. It just depends. I want to see what Dash has, that makes me feel like there's a reason to have faith in it. It's been up on the charts for quite a while, but I really need to look into it and go deeper with Dash for me to say any strong opinions on Dash. But Ethereum Classic, we saw the surge with Ethereum Classic during the big crash of Bitcoin. So it went up to $20 and it's been kind of stable at $15. I don't think we're going to see a lot of growth with Ethereum Classic in the short term. So that's something to think of. I don't know much about IOTA. I've seen some good stuff with IOTA. We can see a lot of good growth with IOTA, but I'm going to be quite honest. I'm actually going to do some research on IOTA right after this live stream simply because of this right now. And I want to check out the charts before I do anything, and I want to see what they have to offer. I've read some rumors and whatnot and some news that IOTA has quite a bit to offer, but I don't have any IOTA, so that's that. Until next time. What about Verge? Verge is kind of like, gosh, I haven't even gotten an update about Verge. Verge is, what is Verge? I have Verge, and I've been doing research on it, but Verge is a threat. Verge is a threat to Monero. Verge is all about privacy and the privacy of trading cryptocurrency. So that is what Verge is. Verge is something that I hold. I do keep an eye on it, but I think Verge can definitely deserves a place higher up on the charts. We can see that it's gone up quite a bit since this crash. Verge is more so a coin to provide a real privacy and the untraceability of transactions. That's what Verge is. It's kind of like in a sense, a fork of Monero. So, but actually Verge, I believe, has more to offer than Monero. So do a little bit of research on that. I have so many things I want to make videos on, specifically on single altcoins, but that's what Verge is. Verge is just a in a sense, a fork, but also I believe has more potential in the long run against Monero. And Monero was overvalued for quite a long time. It's at $40 right now. It hasn't had much growth. I've always kind of thought Monero has been overvalued. I don't have any Monero. I really like to look at the coins that are undervalued. That's what I like to look at. And Ethereum Classic was overvalued during the crash. It was at hit 20 bucks, and it's just correcting. That's why we see a massive drop. Monero was overvalued. That's why we're not seeing a lot of growth, guys. So if you look at the top currencies or the coin market cap placement right now, you can look at coins. If you see them being in single, I'm talking about relevant coins, coins that actually have purpose. If you see that they are in a single digit of percentage of growth for the past 7 days, and there's a lot of actual relevant and important coins that have a lot of growth. If you see them in the single digits, that's a little bit of a sign, even though there's speculation on this, it's a little bit of a sign that, during the prior to the crash, when everything was booming, that means that these coins, like maybe Sia Coin, I still have Sia Coin, guys. I see it's more so a long term for me, but you can see that it's a single digit, so that means that it was a little bit overvalued before the crash. We can see that Monero was a little bit overvalued during the crash. Ethereum Classic was overvalued during the crash. It went up to 20 bucks and surged, which is kind of interesting. Digibyte was overvalued before the crash, so that's a little bit of a sign, something to look out for. The ones that we're seeing massive growth, that shows that they were undervalued. Litecoin, we can't look at it in that sense. We cannot look at it in that sense because Litecoin was the biggest coin that people moved into for the safe haven of Bitcoin's hard fork. So that Litecoin is really its own entity. So, and you guys already know my top picks. My top picks are still the same. I still have those top picks. I have actually added a few more top picks. I didn't talk about Stratus in my first video that I gave my top picks out. I got Stratus at a discount. Stratus has been a very good, slowly growing coin. So it's more so a long-term coin for me now. And shares, I talked about that in my first video. Still showing a lot of growth and a lot of potential. And shares is basically the Chinese Ethereum. China likes to create and use their own things. So shares has a lot of potential in China because number one, it's based out of China. Number one, it's geared towards the Chinese crypto market. So we have a lot to go with shares, and I see a lot of money being flushing into shares down the road. So and shares is already going back up. It was at $5 and now it's at $7. I picked some up at that low. Basic Attention Token BAT, created by the curator of JavaScript and founder of Mozilla Firefox. It's got real potential in my opinion. Didn't they with the whole Mozilla Firefox, didn't they say that was a false rumor? I'm not sure. See, the thing is, I don't really know much about BAT. I don't know about that token. I've heard rumors about it and whatnot, but I just couldn't speak on behalf of that. But I think I've read somewhere that it's not founded by Mozilla Firefox. It might be a different coin that I'm talking about. Yeah, the AntShares is kind of like, yeah, AntShares has a lot of potential. It is actually a legit coin, unlike most. I would not invest in 99.9% of all other altcoins at all. I wouldn't even spend a cent on them. But there are coins that have been showing promise. You just really, it's quite simple. You just got to look at the it's quite simple. And these are the small little loopholes that you can do in the process. If you're new to cryptocurrencies, this is little loopholes that you can use to your best benefit and interest to see something. So this is something that I like to look at a lot. We can look even just, I'll go back to June 25th. We can look at the historical snapshot, and you can look at everything of where these cryptocurrencies stood at that point in time, and then we can pull up and look at coins that where they are right now, like kind of like a live activity of where they stand on the charts. So we can see that Litecoin was fourth place. It still is actually fourth place. But we can look right here. This might maybe change your train of thought. Oh, Litecoin was fourth place there too. But let's go back to January. Oh, Litecoin was fourth place still. Oh man. Okay, well, let's go further back. Yeah, so Litecoin, yeah, that's just, I don't even want to do that with Litecoin now. Let's look at, what should we look at? Let's look at Stratus. Let's look for Stratus. Stratus was 31 place on the entire crypto market January 1st. Where's Stratus now, guys? 10. Okay. One of the very reasons why that's on my top picks now. But I also, looking at the charts, Stratus has just had continuous growth, stable growth at as that, and I got it at a very good discount. Huge roadmap ahead, a lot of growth to come. They have quite a bit to provide. They're utilized. So look into Stratus. Do your research on Stratus. Check out the Brave browser. He's a co-founder. I'll look into that, Ash. Yeah, Litecoin. Thank you, Coffee Drinker. I know that you were talking, you commented on some of my other videos, and I think you're a little doubtful of Litecoin. But yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying. Is I see Litecoin as number 2 without a doubt. I see there's too much speculation and fear with Ethereum. I see that they failed to implement a legit, structured, secure smart contract. Even though it's a huge platform, they went up really fast, and I think that they're going to go down really fast. They haven't been around for a long period of time. They don't have as big enough of a reputation. So that's just my personal opinion on Ethereum, and it makes complete sense. Litecoin has been stable. Litecoin has had no bad news. Litecoin has never been hacked. Litecoin is just amazing. And I was talking about, in my last 3 videos, that Charlie Lee created a fork of a coin before Litecoin was even created. This guy has been around forever. He has access to things that you would be mind blown of what he can do. He has stuff. I was showing you my last live stream, or 2 live streams before. Charlie Lee has access to things that almost nobody has access to, and it was something that he found from somewhere, briefly somewhere, and that just shows that this guy has so much more, just so much more than any other face in the crypto space. Bitcoin is faceless. It's dependent on the miners at the moment. Litecoin is 4th placed, and Charlie Lee has been around the longest, has the biggest reputation. He has kept Litecoin secure. He has implemented things into Litecoin that are better than Bitcoin. He has things on the roadmap to come in a very short period of time. Charlie Lee has been around before Litecoin. He created a coin that was a fork of another coin before Litecoin. This guy knows what he's doing. Ethereum was just a blow-up, short period of time, and I believe Litecoin is going to take 2nd place, which will make Litecoin officially the silver to Bitcoin. It already basically, to most people's knowledge, it is silver to Bitcoin. But we're seeing Ethereum. Ethereum is a very different, completely different entity. It's a completely different fundamental compared to all the other cryptos. Ethereum is like a standard platform, and it's like an open platform. So Litecoin is just kind of like a better Bitcoin. But Bitcoin has the most reputation. Bitcoin has the most mainstream knowledge. People know about Bitcoin the most. People are starting to know about these other top 4 altcoins as well. Yeah, Mark 1, that's good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even someone that is the most ignorant when it comes to the cryptocurrencies can see that Litecoin is different. You can see the differentiations between Litecoin and Ethereum, and it's there. Litecoin has had no problems. Ethereum is starting to and has already seen continuous problems. I don't like Ethereum, and that's my opinion. I've always said that since my very first video, guys. Nothing has changed. Dogecoin, I don't have any Dogecoin. I've heard rumors on Dogecoin. I might look into it. I want to look at Dogecoin real quick. A lot of people know what Dogecoin is if you're someone that is not only in Bitcoin but trading in other coins. Let's look at Dogecoin. Oh, this is actually this is this historical chart. Let me. Dogecoin. Ah, man, I couldn't speak on Dogecoin. That's something that you'd have to do your own research. Maybe someone on YouTube that knows about it. I don't know enough about it. Yeah, Dogecoin has had a little bit of growth, not exponential, but I would have to look at the charts if I was going to say anything strong with Dogecoin. Someone is attacking on Litecoin network, making it slow confirmation. I don't know about that. I haven't. Has not. I don't know. CCJ, where did you get that? Where did you get that news that someone is attacking the Litecoin network, making it, making the confirmation slow? I would like. Do you have a source or something? Because that's not something I came across at all in the past 2 days. So thank you guys for tuning in, man. You guys are blowing up the chat box. That's awesome. I love you guys. You guys have been there. You guys have been sticking with it, watching my live streams, and just it's awesome to see. My channel has blown up unbelievably in the past month. I've only had my channel for a month. I have over 300 subscribers. I have over 15,000, going on 16,000 views on my channel. And you can look at my videos. I'm not a shill. I'm not talking a bunch of hogwash. You know, I'm trying to implement as much content, abundance of content in all of my videos. So you can check out my other videos if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment, and chat in the chat box. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions, you know, your perspective on things. I'm open to anything. I really enjoy, you know, talking to you guys. It kind of gives me a rush of energy. It's awesome. Money exchange is shutting down too. Yeah, no, coffee drinker. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. ETH has had a lot of negatives. It's still cheap. Yeah. Litecoin is undervalued. Yeah, $75 would probably be the next stop, guys, if we're gonna see another bull run. And like I said, we're breaking through barriers. We're breaking through barriers. Let's look over here. Man, let's look at this. I know I showed you guys in my last video, which was a really good charting of the resistance levels and the support levels for Litecoin. You know, we're breaking through, guys. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're breaking through. We already broke $45 today. Around 45 bucks was the resistance level that we need to break through. I see us going up from here. I see we just need to break the next small resistance level of $45, which is relatively a minor resistance level, and then $48 is a little bit of a bigger resistance level, and then we have to go up to $52, and then next stop is going to be around $57. And once we break that, man, we're going to be shooting to the moon. And then if you guys haven't already, look at this comment. It's kind of funny. Dollar Vigilante is the thing about Dollar Vigilante is he tries to take a lot of credit for things. He kind of like comes off as like a little pompous in a way. My personal opinion, you know, like he kind of acts as if he's the man. He's the man with a plan, and you know, says he calls things out and stuff. I like to watch his videos and stuff. I follow him a little bit, but a little bit, you know, the way he speaks in this video kind of makes you think like he claims things that I don't think he really claimed. But you can see my comment. It's kind of funny. But I do watch Dollar Vigilante. Yeah, the Dollar Vigilante, the anarchist. He's an anarchist. Yeah, definitely is an anarchist. Am I an anarchist? No, but I'm more of a realistic, analytical person, and you know, I've already talked about my thoughts on the fiat bubble, and you know, we're already in a stock market bubble, and we're actually just recently, and this is really interesting. A new mortgage package has gone out into the housing industry. And most of you guys know that I'm heavily involved in the real estate industry. I'm a developer. I'm very involved in the real estate industry, and you know, the last crash was only because of the big real estate bubble, and I think we're going to be heading into another real estate bubble, which just adds into the big bubble, the big surrounding bubble, which is the fiat bubble. But the reason why I think we're going to be leading into another real estate bubble is because we have another loan package that's being introduced to the consumer markets to get a home. and it's going to be a 1% down mortgage package. And basically, that we haven't had that mortgage package for a while, guys. History repeats itself, and we're seeing signs of it right now. We're getting adjustable rate mortgages coming in, and we also have 1% down homes. In your opinion, guys, do you really think that someone should be able to purchase a home with 1% down? Do you really think they should be able to put 1% down and claim a home as theirs, and then they're going to be in debt basically the rest of their life? So, the fact that we're introducing 1% down loans in the housing market just shows that we're going to be leading up to another real estate bubble, which is very sad. So it's unfortunate, and I believe that the stock market bubble, because of where it stands and the fact that there is a bubble and it's about to burst and it's humongous, I think that we're going to see an influx of volume into cryptocurrencies in a short period of time leading up to the end of the year. We're going to see people are going to become doubtful in the stock market because they're going to see less growth and more downtrending, leading to the popping of this bubble. So, if the stock market bubble does pop, and it's going to inevitably, because it's in a pretty big bubble right now, we're going to see people putting their stock money and selling out on those and putting them into cryptocurrencies, which we're going to end up seeing big growth into the crypto space. We're going to see massive volume influxes on not only Bitcoin but all other altcoins as well. So that's something to think about. Hey Ash, are you in Florida? Yeah, my personal opinion is that I think conventional loans should be the only loan package that should be provided by the banks and the housing industry, real estate industry. Because conventionally, you're putting 20% down. It's a lot firmer. Yeah. So Ash, you're in Florida. You're in Boca, Ash. Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right near me. I'm actually just south of that. I'm in the Miami area. That's awesome, Ash. I'll catch you on Facebook and we could talk. I'm in the Miami area, so I'm on the East Coast. And I'm not someone to disclose where I live, but yeah, I'm in the Miami area, and the littlest thing, I'm not worried about hacking. I'm like a freaking computer geek myself. I'm like a good person when it comes to hacking, because I help my friends when they get hacked. I use a VPN, I use all that stuff, so I'm not worried about any of that. So a lot of these cryptocurrency YouTubers also tell where they are. But yeah, I'm in the Miami area, guys. I'm on East Coast time, and I'm in the real estate industry. So 14 years, that's awesome, Ash. That's awesome. I'm sure you've seen everything and anything in the real estate space, and I know that you can see that we are, property values are increasing. They're absolutely way too high, especially in Boca. I know a lot about Boca, Ash. The property values are way too high. You've got a lot of out-of-towners, buying in South Florida or Florida in general, and they're not bringing money into the community, and there's a lack of inventory. People don't want to sell, so that raises the price point for houses down here. So it's really not good. And I think they need to put some regulation in for that, because it's kind of sad that people from out of town, snowbirds, are buying homes down here, and they are, they're not putting money into the community. They're not keeping the community stable, and that's what's causing such diversification. It's kind of sad. You're gonna panic sell your LTC for BTC? Hey, do you? And if that's definitely something that you can do if you want. But I hold all of my Litecoin, and I haven't sold any of it at all. What's the deal with Litecoin? The same stuff I've been saying this entire time. I just went over with you guys about the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio is going down. We have a double top reversal, so we can see it go down. We could see a rebound go up. I think it's mostly just a correction that we're seeing right now with the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio. So it's really not something to be too worried about. But if you're someone that wants to ride the wave with Bitcoin, I'd suggest, if you're someone that only put your Bitcoin into Litecoin temporarily for this, then you can go ahead and ride the wave with Bitcoin. But of course, I try to make this simple and clear. You really need to make your own judgments, because I'm not going to be here 24/7 to tell you when to sell. So that's something to think about. Make sure you have a rough idea of what's going on. Bitcoin is most likely, in my opinion, going to break this or approach this $3,000 resistance, and it could go up or down from there. There's still speculation, but if you only put your Bitcoin into Litecoin, just for a safe haven, it would be a good time to be putting it back into Bitcoin. But I'm only worried, and not worried, I'm only concerning myself to the Litecoin to USD ratio, dollar cost average, the Litecoin to USD. So that's what I'm looking at, and that's the only reason why I have Litecoin. Well, of course, for all the other reasons as well. That's the only reason. This is the only thing I'm looking at, though. I don't care in the slightest about this. Doesn't sway me in any way. I did purchase Bitcoin. I was telling you guys that I did purchase Bitcoin, guys. But like I said, and this is a very thin line. We're seeing massive amounts of money being pumped in at a very short period of time, guys. That's insane. Like, do you see that anywhere? Do you guys see this anywhere, guys? Yeah, that's good stuff right there. That's really good news. But yeah, so I want to say I bought Bitcoin at around 25.78. I bought back in to ride the wave, guys. So I'm basically just making profits and profits and profits. But like I said, there's still speculation. We do have the BIP 91 going to 99.9% lock-ins, enacting segregated witness, which is good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We could see some even higher highs and a breaking of the all-time high going even higher. And does that compromise Litecoin? No, like I've been saying. Yeah, Bitcoin is, everyone's jumping in because there's a fear of missing out. But guys, like I've been saying, there is unbelievable manipulation in the markets. If you are getting into cryptocurrencies, the number one thing that you can know is that there is more manipulation in cryptocurrency than anything I've ever invested my interest in. Okay, so there's massive amounts of manipulation. We could see it's a lot of trickery. There's a lot of trickery in the crypto space, guys. So definitely, in the times we're in right now, keep an eye out. Track your investments, track your cryptocurrencies investments to the T. Continuously track them. Anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen. I know that we can do technical charts and analysis and stuff like that, but as of right now, a lot of it's based off of FUD. There are manipulators out there. China loves to manipulate the cryptocurrency. So please keep an eye out on your investments. If you are going to ride this Bitcoin wave, make sure you keep an eye out on it, especially when we reach up to the all-time high. Starting to test that, we could see any type of downturn and any type of upturn. We could see Litecoin boom faster than we thought. Even though as we're looking at it right now, it might be a little wild. Maybe leading up to August 1st, it might be a little wild. So we see a massive boom. But like I said, Litecoin is stable. Litecoin is not going anywhere. Litecoin is the SHIT, okay? So that's what I think about Litecoin. I still have all my Litecoin. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's a bull trap. Very true. A lot of people are saying that. Very smart comment there. That is something that I'm taking into consideration. I think that's a possibility. I think that comes in part with the manipulation. I think we could be in a bull trap. People are going to start buying in and forgetting about Bitcoin, and they think, oh yeah, Bitcoin is just going to blow up, man. It's just going to blow up. I'm already in. I'm just going to ride the wave up to $1 million, man. Yeah. No, you're very far off. You need to track the manipulation, guys. You got to track this stuff. We could see a downturn for the worse. So there's more promise, but not guarantee. You need to be tracking this stuff on a regular basis. Things change fast. A crypto crash is a lot faster than a stock market crash, okay? We can see a lot of things. Yeah, even exchanges are limiting the exchanging. Exchanges are limiting the ability to withdraw and deposit Bitcoin until August 1st and stuff like that. So we could see a huge Ponzi manipulation scheme with Bitcoin being a bull trap. Yes, it's a possibility. But if you wanted to ride the wave up to $3,000, I think that there's a good possibility we can hit $3,000. But if you want to ride the wave, you can buy in now and ride the wave. Make sure you have your stop loss orders in so that you can still take a little bit of a profit and not lose money. Good idea, in my opinion. Make sure you make your own judgments on that, though, and make sure you have the time to be able to make these trades. But like you said, someone just said it was a trap. There's a very good possibility that we could be experiencing a trap. What goes down must go up, but what we're seeing right now is a very good possibility. The possibilities are there. We can see Bitcoin being pumped up, manipulated, because we have people that bought a ton of Bitcoin. I mean a ton of Bitcoin when it hit that low of $1,700. So we had a lot of people buying then, and people are buying as this wave rises. People are buying in because they think, oh my God, Bitcoin has recovered and we're going to the moon. Yeehaw. No, don't think that just yet, people. Do not think that just yet. Yes, we could see even more rising. I think the next resistance level that we're going to be hitting is going to be, if we look right here, if we look at this, the next resistance level, we're really literally just about to break it. I think that we're going to be tampering with $3,000. We could be going up and down and testing $3,000, but anything could happen, guys. Anything could happen. Yeah, so and that was a good point you made. We could be seeing manipulation. And that's why if you're gonna ride the wave, go ahead, ride it. Take a little bit of profits, have some fun, but do not buy it and just hold on to it and never look at it again. That is like the dumbest thing you can do, guys. Not a good idea. But yeah, if you want to ride the wave for a short period of time, just until some other news comes out, sure. And that's most likely what I'm doing right now. So, but yeah, so I still stand on everything I said with Litecoin. Everything I stand with Litecoin still stands. It's not going anywhere. If you guys got any questions, please throw it in the chat box. You guys are doing awesome right now. I like the interaction. I wonder if HFT bots can see our positions like they can in the stock market. Would only be able to see if the exchanges let them, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't know, man. The bots are also a big part of the manipulation. The bots, there's a lot of bots out there. There's a lot of bots out there. I mean, you can even see on the exchanges, you can see the bots in action. If you see a repetitive buy, we were seeing a lot of that in Litecoin towards the beginning of the crash of Bitcoin. But if you see a lot of repetitive buys, it's minor manipulation, but you can see even bigger manipulation too. But anything could happen. I mean, we've got bots. That's a big thing that people can be concerned about. But bots are always going to exist. Bots aren't going to go anywhere. They're always going to be there, guys. It's very hard. Bots are people that use bots to trade are usually trading large sums of money, large sums of fiat currency. And it's all code. I don't have a bot, guys. Don't really plan on having a bot, but if you have a bot and you have the ability to make a bot, and you have the time to make a bot, I mean, go for it. It has a lot of. A bot is very particular. Every bot is different. Everything works off of different numbers when it comes to bots. Thank you, Jimmy Douglas. You're awesome. If you guys are just tuning in, it's your first time on my channel, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and interact in the chat box. Throw some stuff in the chat box. I'd love to interact with you guys. If you've got questions, I'll answer them. I heavily involve myself in the cryptocurrency space. I love this stuff. I've been doing it for quite a while now, not to toot my own horn. So it's only to your benefit, really, for me to be coming out here to do this for you. And I love doing it. I love the interaction. You guys are smart and ask really good questions too. So it's really good. Keep an eye on volume. Yeah, definitely, that's a good thing to be keeping an eye on. If you see the volume spike up, like unbelievable. Like unbelievable. We're already seeing a spike right now with the increase and influx of volume because of the promising effects of BIP 91 being enacted on segregated witness, as you can see right here. Okay? But volume is a good thing to be checking out because you could see and determine whether or not we're about to see a huge downtrend movement and dump. So volume is something to take a look at, guys. Let me look at this real quick. I'm looking at the chat box. If you want to maximize, move your high position to tether, buy alts on the downswing. If you want to maximize, Move your high position to tether by alts on the downswing. True. Yeah, I still have fiat to throw into coins when we see lower lows. I do have fiat for that, but I'm also a investor. I'm a trader and I'm an investor. So I am an investor in the sense that I have all of my faith in Litecoin, but I also have other altcoins that I might be planning on selling if we do see downward movement. So I know I was telling you guys in the beginning of this live stream that I did move more positions into alternative coins, but it could be a short-term position. I already have my stop losses for those alternative coins just in case we take a downturn. So, and that's dependent on Bitcoin's movement as well. So, I have those altcoins. Could I be holding them for long-term if Bitcoin does succeed? Absolutely. But if Bitcoin starts to downturn, I'm going to take a little bit of profits and I'm going to buy back in, down the road when we see a lower low. Yeah, I'm sure that is what some people are doing. Some people are going to be taking their profits from Bitcoin, especially the people that are manipulating. That could be a possibility, and they could be putting it into Litecoin. And it's very easy because you're profiting on Bitcoin right now. It's up to your own what you want to do. It's your money, guys. It's your money. Do what you believe. I'm not here to sway your decision, to make you. I'm not a financial advisor for you guys. I'm trying to just give you guys the facts and information. Okay, you really need to make your own judgments if you're going to be doing investments in trading. I don't want to be responsible because I didn't update you guys soon enough. I'm just showing you guys the facts. I'm just showing you guys what's happening and also showing you guys what I'm doing. So it's your money, guys, and you guys make the decision in the end of what you're going to do, what you feel is best for your money. It's your money. And I'm taking care of my money and I'm sharing with you guys my journey, what I'm doing with my money. So you guys can understand what I'm doing. So if you guys have been watching my previous videos, you know where I stand, you know what I do. So it's trading like ETH has been trading like SHIT. Yes, it has been. You're diversified in 5 coins. That's awesome. It's always good to diversify. Absolutely, even though I have most of my portfolio in Litecoin right now, I just have that much faith, and there's just that much strength and stability for me not to put a lot into that. Nothing but amazing stuff for Litecoin, and it's been continuing to defy the odds. I'm not at the constant. I'm just looking at the basics. It's still showing too much confidence. I smell something's up. I completely agree with you, JJ. That's awesome. 100%. I see something is up, ladies and gentlemen. Something is up. Yeah, anyone even with the smallest knowledge of the crypto space, anyone can see just from looking at the charts, even if you can't even read charts. I mean, you can see that Litecoin, there's just something fishy going on in the crypto world. The fish is fishing around right now because Litecoin is just showing it's like too good to be true with Litecoin right now. It's kind of sad. Not sad. Why am I saying it's sad? Anything but sad. Gosh. Why hasn't ETH taken a hit after the loss of coins from the multi-sig fuck up? Oh man, I don't like cursing on this channel. Sorry for cursing, guys. I read that way too fast. Why hasn't ETH taken a hit? I believe, take this with a grain of salt. This is actually a really good speculation. Okay, guys. So why is ETH not taking a hit? Why ETH is not taking a hit is simply because people have hacked the multi-sig wallet just recently. Now that Bitcoin is showing more promise, Bitcoin is going up, Bitcoin is going to get locked in BIP91 and acting segregated witness. Why would that person or the people that have hacked Ethereum's wallet or whatever, the past hacks, why would they sell their Ethereum? Think about that. Why would they sell their Ethereum? Because there's still going to be, as Bitcoin rises, Ethereum is still going to rise. Maybe it's not as much as it should have because of the all-knowing growing speculation of all these hacks of Ethereum, but Ethereum is still going to rise somewhat in conjunction with Bitcoin as Bitcoin rises. But all of those hackers that are holding all of these coins and that have stolen so much from Ethereum, do you really think they're going to sell off their Ethereum right now? No. they're not going to sell off their Ethereum right now. They're going to wait until they can ride the small little wave Ethereum's going to take. And why is the wave so small? I just said that because of the rumors and the really bad news with Ethereum right now. But the people that have all this stolen Ethereum, they're gonna ride the wave, and then they're just gonna dump a load. They're gonna dump the load on all these bag holders because they're riding the wave. They stole this stuff, and now that they're seeing Bitcoin looking a little promising, they're gonna ride the wave, guys. They're gonna ride the wave, and then boom, it's gonna be a fat dump. It's gonna like take a fat dump. And that's I mean, it makes sense. Think about it. Yeah, I mean, you can't look at the charts right now with Ethereum. You can't look at the charts with Bitcoin. You can look at the charts with Bitcoin momentarily. I was showing them to you, but Ethereum you really can't because there's some of the biggest negative news out right now that it's kind of depressing for anyone that wants to become a bag holder and is still holding on to Ethereum at a profit. So that's my my take on that. Well, you already know. I just told you guys the reason why Ethereum is not having a massive drop and it's slowly. Very slowly. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's like not even riding a wave. I'm sure there's some hope that it's going to go up a little bit before we see the massive dump off of all these stolen coins. But hey, we can see them riding the wave for a little while, and then boom, they're going to take those profits. It's really depending. It's dependent on a lot on Bitcoin. So, oh yeah, it's all strategy. It makes complete sense too. You have to think of it as if you were in their shoes, as if you were the hacker, okay? Think of it as if you were the hacker and you hacked all these Ethereum coins. And now that you're seeing that Bitcoin is looking promising, Ethereum is on the second largest market cap, anyone in their right mind would hold on to their stolen Ethereum and wait until they can ride the wave a little bit to sell it off and dump it off, okay? Period. Makes complete sense. If you guys are just tuning in and you haven't been on my channel before, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, interact in the chat box. I love the interaction and reading what you guys have to say and your opinions and questions. And also, check out some of my other videos. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation on the manipulation of Bitcoin. We could see really, really good things, and we can see a downturn for the worse. It's really still up in the air. We just have the only good news right now is BIP 91, which is the first step, is being gonna probably get locked in soon, and it's it's over the 80% threshold, so that's good news. But there's so much more that Bitcoin has to do. There's so much more Bitcoin has to do for it to be successful, and I think that there's manipulation going on, guys. But you already know I said you can ride the wave temporarily until we see some testing of the all-time high, which is $3,000. I wonder who the hackers are. Maybe the hackers are the people that created the wallet. Maybe that's a possibility, guys. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe the hackers of the Ethereum multi-sig wallet, maybe it's the creators of the multi-sig wallet. Let me think. Maybe it's speculation. Of course, it's speculation. But it could be anyone. If you guys haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel. Big things coming. Thank you guys. I'm getting a lot of subscribes right now. Every time you hear that noise, it's like a couple loads of emails that I'm getting of subscribers. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my videos. All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna see a hard fork in 3 months. I don't trust Blockstream to pump the blocks of the two. They're going cigarette. They want those fees for themselves. Let me tell you, we were peons and we're getting sorted out. If 4 versions of Bitcoin after August 1st, Ethereum could become the new crypto. I don't know about that, Cleopatra. A lot of negativity in Ethereum. Litecoin has no negativity, has never had negativity. Litecoin has never had negativity. It's 4th on the chart, and it has no downside. It's purely a a good cryptocurrency. So it's like Bitcoin but better, but Bitcoin has more mainstream and more utilization purposes. So I don't think Ethereum is going to take that position. I'm sorry, Cleopatra, not for now, until maybe the future. But that's not in my book. BTC is pumping very hard right now. Very true. If you guys haven't already, and you guys are just tuning in, you guys can watch this live stream. A lot of good content in it. I've kind of went over everything already. Ethereum really isn't. Not really a currency. It's an open fundamental platform. It's completely different than Bitcoin. It's completely different than really most altcoins. So it's kind of like the ugly duckling. It's very different, but also it has a very good plan. It has a very good fundamental plan. It has a very good. It's a good thing, but they failed to implement a successful unit of that thing. That fundamental. They failed to implement successful smart contracts. They have hacking going on right now. A lot of fear going on in Ethereum. That's why we're not seeing any wave riding with Ethereum. And you guys already know where I stand. Ethereum's biggest threat, in my opinion, is the ICOs. Everyone and their mother is creating ICOs, and it's becoming a huge scam. A lot of Ethereum is going into ICOs, and then they're pumping and dumping them, and they're becoming scams and this and that. It's an endless shill of crap. That's what's degrading and deteriorating the Ethereum value. Litecoin will, if cryptocurrencies die, Litecoin will die. Okay, that's the only way Litecoin is going to die. Ethereum is just sketchy to me, guys. Daily predicament, I already mentioned my thoughts. You can ride the wave for Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. We're breaking that resistance level right now. It's going to go through there. So yeah, you could buy right now. Make your own judgment. I don't want to tell you to buy or sell. I don't want to be that person, but you can if you'd like to. I bought in at around 25.78, and I'm riding the wave until it starts tampering with the resistance level and testing it. So that's where I am right now, and you could ride the wave to make a couple $100 profit if you want to, but you have to keep an eye on it. Don't just buy it and leave it. Don't just buy it and disappear. You really need to track the markets and see where things are going. You could very much be selling it at a profit around these areas if we see a downturn. So my personal opinion, you should watch the live stream towards the beginning of this. I've been on here for like an hour now, but I'm pretty faithful that Bitcoin is going to obviously break this resistance level. Might as well turn this green. It's turning into a support. A lot of these new support levels are very temporary support levels until we see some good news. But yeah, we're gonna see some tampering. It just crossed through it. It's like blowing up right now. It's blowing up. But keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Don't buy it and disappear. It's very steep. We're seeing a very large influx of volume, a very fast influx of volume going into Bitcoin. Very fast, which means that it's most likely large amounts of money, smaller abundance of people, and more amounts of money per person investing, which is why we're seeing such thick, straight up candlesticks. They're pumping and pumping. Yes, they are pumping and pumping. Coming up. And I want to see. I'm gonna look at Litecoin again. You guys already know where I stand on Litecoin. I already talked about Litecoin in this video. I've talked about basically everything. Look at that. Look at that. It's gonna truly test this resistance level, and I really do think that there's a great chance it's going to break through it, because I already told you guys we were going to see it go down. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that, guys? I said that it was either gonna go down or start going straight up. It did go down, and now we're seeing it go back up, and there's a better probability of it breaking through resistance levels rather than it not breaking through at least this resistance level. Okay, guys, and that's my personal opinion. Just looking at the charts, that's what we're seeing. So And you can, yeah, it's a pattern. I told you guys it's gonna go down, and it was gonna test these resistance levels even harder the next time around, because we can even look at this is gonna be like a cross support level. We can look at it right here. So we're looking, it's testing. I knew it was gonna go down. It popped right back up. You saw how fast it popped right back up. Especially since Bitcoin's riding the wave. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this line. It's way too, I'm not gonna go back to that. This is very temporary. This is pure speculation, but I'm just showing you guys. So I told you guys it was gonna drop off here. And now that it dropped off there, look at this. Now that it dropped off there, went back down, but it's really testing that level again. It's really testing that level again. As you can see, I'm gonna change the color of that real quick. It's testing that level, and we're seeing nothing but good things with Bitcoin. And I think it's going to go above this level that it's testing again. And potentially, in my opinion, we're going to be breaking this resistance level. We can't say it's going to break that resistance level because there's just still too much speculation, but solid waves movement, not too much fluctuation and variation. Price point from this point right here. So I think we could see a breaking of this resistance level and going up. And I told you guys that we could go. We were going to be going down. And it pumped right back up. See how much faster it's testing it to? It's testing it a lot faster. This was a little more of a longer period of time. So see how it's testing it faster, guys. So good stuff, guys. Good stuff. If you guys haven't already, this is kind of funny. You guys see my comment on Dollar Vigilante's last video? You blew up. It's kind of funny. I'm just like totally like telling people, yo, this is Litecoin is the place to be. Yeah, and people are seeing it for themselves. Why would Litecoin, my comment, get 51 likes if people weren't like, yeah, I'm seeing what you're talking about? And I got a lot of subscribers from just that comment. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like I don't know. I saw Dollar Vigilante. I subscribed to his channel, and I just talked about what I think about him earlier in this live stream. But I got a notification that he just posted a video, and I went and looked at it and watched it, and I commented in the video, and it's like the comment just blew up. It's kind of funny. That's cool. That's cool, coffee drinker. Yeah, the pump is so fast right now with Bitcoin. It's kind of making me think. Guys. And this whole live stream is talking about some really good content too. I'm glad I got on here. You guys are asking good questions too, which is no surprise. You guys have always been asking good questions. Yeah, it really is not. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Jimmy Douglas. It's not necessarily a buyer's market right now at this level. I personally see, I'm just riding the wave. Like I said, I'm riding the wave temporarily with Bitcoin, and I have my stop losses in right now. Okay, but if you are someone that wants to buy in, knowing that with true faith and promise that it's going to go up, and just August 1st will be a thing of the past. Right now, really wouldn't be the time to buy. But if you want to ride the wave and take some profits, and then turn it back into fiat or put it into Litecoin, fantastic. Yeah, Litecoin does. Yeah, Litecoin is testing it at a much faster rate, higher level. It's really testing that 45. Yep, it's looking fantastic, guys. All ships rise. Bitcoin's rising, guys. So once we break this puppy, we can look at another test of a resistance level. I'm hoping that we just, it just depends. I can't say anything right now because we don't know. You know, Bitcoin is just a bipolar coin. Ethereum's even more bipolar, and Litecoin is anything but bipolar. Litecoin is like the most emotionally stable coin there is, which is why I love it. In its fourth place, Ripple's emotionally stable. I mean, not stable. I use GDAX Daily Predicament. That's my favorite exchange platform is GDAX. You don't pay the fees like you do on Coinbase. Coinbase is more so a consumer level exchange. Smart stuff. I have Exodus. I have the Exodus wallet. I like it. I like Exodus wallets. My growing love for Exodus wallet is actually it's growing. But I use like I said, I use the Ledger. I use the Exodus, and I also use the Electrum wallet. I don't have the Litecoin Core, even though it is the actual Litecoin wallet. Trading. I like Coinigy more than TradingView. I like Coinigy over TradingView any day, any day. Even though I do a little bit on TradingView, I don't like TradingView as much as I do Coinigy. It's just so much easier to manage. It's just Coinigy all the way, Coinigy all the way. I can't even put into words how much more I like Coinigy. It's so much better. I can't really explain how much better it is. It's just so much easier for someone to be charting and using it for what it's meant to be used for. It's easier to understand. It's really good. And I'm not saying that I'm not getting paid by Coinigy. I'm like a small YouTuber, okay? I could care less about that stuff. I like Coinigy because that's the easiest and most well developed platform, in my opinion. So, all right, let me see. Pumping equals sooner dumping. Yeah, could be a possibility. Let Bitcoin pump and before going down, buy Litecoin. Yep, wait and hold, and then buy Litecoin. Yeah, some do say Bitcoin is only going up. I still have speculation on that. I have my stop orders in to take a profit if it does go down for the worst. Ripple doesn't deserve its place. Completely agree, Ash. You're on your game. You know what you're talking about. Excess wallets is not safe for large amounts of coins. I agree, John. I agree. But I am starting to like Exodus as a good, because I have Shapeshift, the desktop exchange, basically. But that's also a reason to be fearful of it because, you know, you kind of have your money online when you have stuff like that. So my favorite wallets, the number one safest is Paper Wallet. Number two is the Ledger, and then the Electrum. Those are my faves. Sorry for scalp. Yeah, I don't leave money in Exodus. I put money in there temporarily. I don't really use it as a wallet. I use it as somewhere to hold my coins, and also for convenience. So you could shapeshift on Exodus right now. You could shapeshift your Litecoin into Bitcoin to ride the wave. Even though I'm holding on my Litecoin, I'm not selling any of it. I have the same amount that I've had since last week. Since I have a little more than I do before the crash. I'm guilty. I actually bought more Litecoin during the crash. Quite a bit. Do you think about Loaf Wallet? I've heard about Loaf Wallet. I don't know enough about Loaf Wallet. All I know is the most reputable wallets happen to be the hardware wallet Ledger, and also the Electrum Litecoin wallet. So I'd have to do research on that. You know, I mean, there's not, if you get a reputable wallet, there's no point in having 20 wallets. Okay, it really isn't. Having like 3 diverse wallets, like a paper wallet, is very different from a desktop wallet, and a desktop wallet is very different from a hardware wallet. It's good to diversify in that way. So get the most reputable desktop wallet if you're going to do that. Oh, man. I'm just trying to figure out where I should set my stop at when Litecoin hits the high 50s. Yeah. That's that. You know, that's that. I see that you're a trader. You're someone that's going to be trading Litecoin instead of investing in it. You know, to increase your inventory. We just would have to look at the, you know, everything's based off of speculation right now. It's really up in the air. There's not a lot of, you can't, the charts, it's bothering me, okay? I'm an analytical person. I'm someone that loves numbers. I'm someone that looks deeply into the charts. And from what I've seen the past week, it's kind of sad because the charts are not being charts. It's not technical. It's not really analytical. So to put your stop orders in, if we do see an all-time high, we need to really take a look at the next support levels and the next resistance levels. And we have to look at the volume. We have to look at Bitcoin. So all of those things come into place. So I would need to look into it and make a chart on when I think, if it does break up this resistance level, when I think it'd be a safe stop order to take some profits and buying at a lower price if we think that there's going to be some downtrend movement. Yeah, you know what the best thing is? You want to think like the hackers are thinking. You want to think like the whales are thinking. And when things become more obvious, think more like them, because they're always going to be more than one step ahead than the average ignorant investor. And the reason why I say ignorant investor is because are you going to be able to dump, you know, are you going to be able to change where the market is heading? Are you be able to, you know, change the forecast of the market with your couple $1,000s that you put into cryptocurrencies? No, the whales determine a lot of the manipulation and where the market goes. So it's good to think like the whales. Think what do you think, you know, what's more promising that the whales are going to do? Yeah, I'll make a video for the stop order. 3 steps ahead of them by listening to you. Thank you, coffee drinker. Yeah, I mean, you heard what I said about Ethereum. It makes sense. You heard what we're saying about Bitcoin is, you know, Bitcoin could test the levels of 3,000, possibly go above it, but we're seeing a massive influx at a very short period of time, and we could see, you know, we could see massive manipulation just like we've been seeing in the past years. So it's good to ride the wave if you'd like to, and that's, you know, do that at your own risk. But I'd always have stop orders in to you know, take some profits if we start seeing another downtrend movement or some bad news. A lot of people hate Ripple. However, the near instant transaction times and the plan for cross-border payments as a role that no other crypto can handle. Yes, I know a lot of people hate Ripple, and a lot of people love Ripple because people hate Ripple. Do I think Ripple has potential? Yes, but what is the foundation? What is the reason people invest in cryptocurrencies? Is because of the decentralization factor. Okay, Ripple is the big bank's best friend. Ripple could very much go up in value, but do I think it's going to take the cake? I just don't see that happening. It's no harm in keeping Ripple. Like I said, I have Ripple. It's actually only 2% of my portfolio. You know, being the fact that it's such a high-ranked coin, it would be a little bit of a safer bet than some of these other altcoins. But Ripple, it's just the whole point of cryptocurrencies, and you know, people are never going to forget that, is the decentralization factor, the fact that we're eliminating the third-party entity or the mediary, you know, of doing your own individual banking. You know, you are your own bank. You are the bank. You are Wells Fargo. You are Chase Bank, and you aren't losing money or at risk or anything like that. You know, that's the whole reason why we have to be careful. You know, there's a lot of hackers in the crypto space, so be careful, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure, if you guys are just tuning in, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, go check out some of my other videos. A lot of good content on them. I have some live streams up. Yeah, guys, and stay tuned. I've got a lot coming. I'm going to continuously keep you guys updated. And I'm even seeing from this chat box that I've turned previous foes into friends. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for the subscribers. I'm over 300 subscribers in less than a month now, and over 15,000 views. So this is really awesome stuff. But yeah, guys, really quick, if you have a quick question, I'm going to be heading out in a quick minute. You can throw it in the chat box, and really quickly I can answer it. But if not, I'm going to be heading out in a minute. Coffee drinker, you're becoming a crypto guru. No problem, Jim. Thank you. All right, guys. I'll see you soon, coffee drinker. All right, everyone, take care. Stay profitable. Stay in your game. Keep tracking the cryptos, and I will be back soon. Yes, yeah, real quick. Daily predicament. Yes, my favorite pick for the long term, 110% is Litecoin. Do I think Litecoin will hit $45? We just have to see. We need to track the volume. We need to see, you know, there's a better chance of it if it breaking $45 resistance than there is a chance of it going back down. Yes, 100%. That is true. That is fact. But we just really need to check out things. Ah, man, I know. I am heading out, and we have 10 blocks left. So the big answer is about to come around the corner. $92.3. It's getting crazy. Look at that sea of orange. Segregated witness. Very soon. Got a lot of things I got to be doing right now, so I might really have to head out. I have like a meeting I have to get to, but I'll probably, I might do a live stream later tonight, guys. If you want to tune in, I'll probably do a live stream later tonight to get you guys updated, because we'll have even more things to talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna head out for now. If you're coming in late, make sure you check out this live stream. Start from the beginning. A lot of good content. Subscribe to the channel and everything. Where's my Litecoin address? I'm gonna put my Litecoin. I'm gonna put my Litecoin address. It's in all my previous videos on the description. But if you want me to, I can put the Litecoin address in the description of this video. That'd be awesome if you guys could donate me some Litecoin. You guys already know how much I love the light. But yeah, no, definitely. I'll put my address in there. That'd be awesome for you guys to support me. Just better my ability to get on here and do videos for you guys. I love talking to you guys. But thank you, coffee drinkers, for saying that. I'll put the Litecoin address in the description. And I'm going to be heading out, guys. Take care, stay profitable, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.